In a 3, 2, 1, we hot, we live, we back. It's Freestyle Wednesday.
No.
Meaning like we're off the cuff, off the dome. Not that'd be Freestyle Friday, shoddy.
Wait.
Wildin' Out Wednesday.
Okay, because I kind of liked freestyle. Like it scared me initially, but then I kind of loved it.
Really?
Yeah. Good morning, you guys.
Good morning, people.
Welcome to We Shouldn't Have a Podcast. My name is Lacy Cavalier Carmichael.
I'm Jackie Carmichael. We slept in this morning.
Yeah, and by slept in, we slept till 7:30. We're crazy. We're wild.
Since I'm given, what's that?
I have chocolate on my hand.
Oh Lord, what happened?
I don't know.
Sounds like a good and bad problem to have, especially if you don't know where it came from.
Well, I made the coffee
chocolate?
this morning.
Is it actually chocolate?
Ew. Are you insinuating I have poop on my hand?
I was just gonna say. I was gonna give a Whoop update real quick. It says I'm at 18% recovery, and then I slept an hour and a half, and that's not true. So,
What's wrong with Whoop today?
I don't know what happened. I know everybody would care to hear since I gave an update.
That's weird.
It is weird. I don't know.
Maybe it'll fix itself.
I would hope so. So today I was thinking, I had a couple ideas.
Okay, first, can we just give the praise that my coffee deserves? I never make the coffee, and I swear this is one of the best coffees I've had.
You see, and this
weeks.
is why you can't, and this is why I'm not. This is why I gave you my opinion. I said it. The coffee was good. What else do you need to hear?
I want you to tell the world. Rate it.
The coffee's good. Rate my coffee from yesterday.
100.
Rate it for real. Why do you need the rate? See, and this is all right, people. I'm gonna give you some insight into our relationship real quick, and what life looks like on a daily basis. Because I know people are definitely interested. So,
Is bringing them into our bedroom not enough?
That's part of it.
I've spoken more to them this morning than we've spoken to each other. We literally just woke up 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, oh.
We got into it. This is good though. This is good. I like this.
We got into the podcast, not into a fight.
I like this format. I like this. The energy right now for me is high.
I know. I see. Like you're like.
I'm buzzing right now.
You're buzzing, and I'm just like, I'm just getting there.
I'm ready to get after it.
Yeah, I guess.
Jump into it.
So a rating.
A look into our relationship. Everything is a competition. It can be a game, a card game. It can be Candyland, Monopoly, Uno, Yahtzee. We played Yahtzee on our honeymoon.
Oh gosh, I don't want to talk
I was
about
victorious, and I beat you for a week.
Were you about to say like 7 cuss words?
No, I was just gonna say I spanked you, and I didn't want to. If that got clipped, that was gonna sound like, oh, I spanked you on a honeymoon. You know what? They would have been able to. AI would have loved that.
That's hilarious.
So,
sorry. I really need water. Here, I'll move my mic.
Okay.
No, you can talk.
All right, drink.
No, absolutely not.
But everything is a competition, so it should be no different. The reason why she's asking me how the coffee tasted is not because she's curious about how it tasted. She's asking me to rank it because she wants it to rank higher than the coffees that I've made days prior.
No, honey, I love you. And why is my mic always trying to go out? I love you, and I would never want you to feel defeated, less than, overlooked, any of those things. I love your coffee more than my coffee because you make it. And your sweetheart gets up and you do it 99 out of 100 times. I always do it the one time, and it's not your fault that the one time I do it, it's spectacular. Oh, baby.
What?
I'm sorry, because I can
Sorry
see
about
you're
what?
going through a roller coaster of emotions about how good my coffee
I'm not.
is.
I'm processing the amount of BS you're throwing out this morning. That's what I'm honestly astounded by. It has nothing to do with the coffee. You're right. There's a reason why I make it 99% of the time, and
Mine's fabulous, and I didn't even use
Here.
the Starbucks one.
it's your coffee. Your coffee's good. It is good. It's solid, but
Thank
it's
you.
like you can't say that I do it 99% of the time and then think that you can just step in and then replicate. It's like being a professional basketball player.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then you step on the court and you shoot a couple shots and the first 3 go in and you be like, hey, well, you know what? I'm accomplished here.
No, for
It's not
sure.
how it works.
To
You
be
can't
honest,
you can't turn into a barista.
oh,
one
like how
day
you tell me if you had 6 weeks of vocal training,
and say 6 weeks.
you
And
could do
say-
my job.
Now I said 6 weeks. Now you're gonna lie on the podcast. You're gonna lie to these good listeners.
How long
You're
did
gonna
you
lie
say?
to 300
6
subscribers
months?
and tell them I said you give me 1 year
Oh, okay.
of real vocal training.
You could be the next Nick Lachey.
Probably. And yes,
Okay,
and
well,
yes,
then
I swear. And yes, I swear.
Freestyle about me.
No.
Y'all, Jackie's freestyling is honestly, though, seriously, the 8th wonder of the world. It's one of my favorite things that I've ever experienced with my time on Earth. During my time on Earth. I'm not even kidding. Isn't that sad? Kind of.
Is it sad or is it great?
It's
Because you've never heard anything so spectacular.
so pure and honest and raw. It's just amazing.
I'm going to ask you not to say raw in my headphones and for the good listeners at home. Okay. On YouTube. Please. Please.
I wish you guys could taste my coffee.
We
It's
can
just-
have a coffee making competition someday. I would gladly. And I'm not even gonna go real coffee. I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
You can make a coffee. You can make whatever coffee beverage you would like to make, and I'm gonna make whatever. You can make it from whatever you want to do.
Okay.
We've traveled to quite a few places, and I'll make mine. And I'm telling you, you will lose, and you'll have to admit the defeat publicly.
Okay. Because I'll win.
That's what you think.
I would like to apologize to you guys for yesterday. I'm just full of apologies this week. I feel like I
Apology
just
week.
hated on everyone at the Met. You know? And what? And we got on Vogue afterwards and saw so many more people that we didn't even see on the initial article. So we're learning about how to use the internet. But
Trial and error.
But I really was like, I'm not changing my opinion. I was kind of bored, but by the
We did miss some good ones.
by the outfits. But yeah, that's the thing. We missed the more camp, costumey, artistic ones.
Yeah, we did.
And that's what I look for at
because
the
I was
Met.
really looking at it. I was like, when you were reading the list, because mind you, I didn't double check that list. I never went through it anything prior to. So
And y'all know everything goes awry if our producer doesn't check it out first.
well, apparently it does. So no, but I looked and I went, there's no way, because I was just like, did people just not go this year? Because I was like, surely I'm looking for Jared Leto. That's off top, and I was like, why? Where's Jared Leto outfit? Like,
Yeah.
How they not cover that? Anyway, so
Well, what do you think about Jared Leto's?
I mean, crazy as always. I mean,
Big purr vibes.
He went big, yeah, big purr vibes. He went big cat head. Kind of lit. I don't know.
His smoky eye is always just top tier.
Yeah.
But that was my apology.
Cool. Well, thank you for apologizing, and yeah, don't let it happen again. I want you. Actually, you know what? Because I was so impressed by what you did yesterday. I kind of want you to talk about it, and just indulge me for a little bit. Your love for interior design, because I don't think a lot of people are aware outside of like our close friend group, or if they've followed you on social media from time to time because you've posted little, I was about to say droplets, breadcrumbs. You post little breadcrumbs. So talk about that, because I know you have a love and a desire to do it, and you do it, and you've made our house beautiful. And a lot of people have seen the inside of our house, but a lot of people haven't. So just talk about where that comes from, why you love it. And
you said you were impressed?
Yes. I mean, I would love to show what you did yesterday, because in 5 hours time, there's no way on earth I can do a lot of things on the computer. That's one thing I could never figure out how to do.
Oh.
So I was very impressed.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I love interior design. And someone roasted me in my DMs for calling it interior design.
Yeah. Don't worry about them.
They said I don't have a degree, so I basically can't speak on it, and to call it interior decorating, and so whatever you want to call it. I like to make a room look nice.
And don't be modest. Now, this is the time. This is the chance where you get to really razzle dazzle. So do it.
No, I think that most creative people enjoy multiple creative outlets. I feel like you're the same way. And this is just something that I've always loved. My parents moved us around a lot because they like to flip houses. And I wouldn't say like flip from like, it wasn't like these really far gone homes, but they would just put their touch on every house that we went into. And they were all sorts of different styles and whatever. And I would just see my mom like go and start completely over with a style, and just depending on whatever house it was that we were moving into. I thought that was so cool. And it ended up being getting to a point where, you know, they had this storage unit of all these different types of furniture and from different style homes and this and that like I got to like pick from when I went to live on my own. And I don't know, I've always had a story around homes, furniture, decorating. Like I can remember every single house my parents, you know, redid, and each one of them so special. And I just remember watching like my mom tile and my mom paint, and my mom and my dad obviously too, but I think just like my dad owned his own business and my mom ran the office side of the business. And so my dad was like in the field working in the oil field most of the time, and my mom was the one that was at home with us a lot. And so I saw her doing more of the like DIY stuff on a regular basis. Obviously my dad did it as well, but anyways, and she just had the eye. Like she still has the eye for it. And they actually just are in the process of purchasing a piece of property and gonna start a new project. So they're just wired that way, and I think that rubbed off on me. And then pair that with just my personality, I've always craved being able to do something like that as an adult. And when you bought your house, because it was your house, because he bought it 3 months before we got engaged, that was really my first. Well, no, because I decorated my condo.
Yeah. Yeah, you did the famous book wall.
Oh yeah.
You did a book wall, and you've done also the hand wall. I mean, you just put so many. Put so many little creative touches on, and I'm sure new people following, and like I'm sure they haven't seen that, but yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, I just like having fun with decorating and design, and my favorite thing is looking at like one area and dreaming up all that it could be, and then figuring out how to do it on my own and affordably. Like that is just so fun.
If that was like, and that's where your magic lies to me, is that like when you saw when we have this couch in our home that I purchased. That is it? It's beautiful. Is it mid-century modern? Is that what we call? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
so I have no idea.
So. See, these are things I didn't go to school, but for it, so
that doesn't matter. Nobody went to school for podcasting either, but here we are doing it. Okay, so
it's in the title. We should have a podcast. My design firm
exactly.
Is gonna be,
this is a podcast. This is a
designer.
podcast of inexperience.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. But we're gonna move forward. What I'm saying is that I purchased this couch, and then I purchased what we call the Dr. Evil, the villain chair.
Yeah.
That I don't even know. Is it upstairs still?
Yeah.
It's upstairs. And I purchased them the same color. Now going back, I would have purchased a wacky, crazy colors because that is. I'm gonna let you describe your style here in a second, but that is just a little microcosm of how I didn't know what I was doing, and probably if I didn't have you in my life, I would have spent an absurd amount of money and had absolutely nothing in order to decorate our home when I first had moved in. So I say all that to say you can you can design a house for not want to say cheap, but minimal cost and make it look like a multi-million-dollar house. Like that is where your magic is.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine if if somebody walked in with a real budget and said, "Hey, I got $100,000 decorate my home," what you could do.
Yeah, I think there's things you spend money on, and there's things that you try to find on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, because I think most people think you just pull up, like if you got money, you just pull up Restoration Hardware and say, I need this, and this, and it's not like that because I was like, oh, I need to go get this antique lamp, and you source all these different things, and that's the fun part.
So much fun.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like a treasure hunt.
I can see, and it's like that stuff like that stresses me out. I could go source you a pair of shoes from anywhere in the world or a pair of clothes, but when it comes to like furniture and items, it's like like that thing over there. It's like it's crazy. So anyways, describe your style for us.
I talked about this on my solo podcast about the prophetic personalities and how I think that I'm
solo podcast. When did you have a solo podcast?
When I did it without you, honey.
Oh, okay. I thought you had some back like before you. Anyways,
you thought I was keeping that from
I
you?
thought I was like, when did you have a solo podcast?
But you were going to build the ark and not tell me. So, so I talked about prophetic personalities last Friday.
Said when I had my podcast. You mean the one day I had to be at my job?
This is your job too, remember? And I talked about how I believe I'm pretty much bilingual. No, but that God speaks to me in multiple ways, but one really strong language that he speaks to me is vision. I'm a seer, and that is absolutely what happens to me with decorating, design. I see it so specifically in my head that basically now I'm just finding, okay, I see the walls are green, so now I've just got to do my research to figure I can see the shade, what shades are out there, like what's the name of one that I can just get someone to, like, I can see it. And so it doesn't feel as overwhelming because I'm not trying to create an image. It's like, I will literally sit and stare at a space or whatever, and I'll just run through all different sorts of ideas, and then when I see something in my mind that just feels right, I run with it. And so if it's, I'm looking for a lamp with a purple, I don't know, weird pattern or this or that, like I'll go to Facebook Marketplace. I'll go to things, like I know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. And sometimes I don't though. Sometimes I'm like, it could be anywhere in this specific world, but I don't know exactly what it is. And that's fun too, because and then you're just feeling it out, like our buffet in our dining room. Yeah. Like that. I didn't know what it was going to look like because I knew the ones that I really loved were $5,000, and that seemed silly to me. Yeah. So I just for a couple months would go to Home Goods. I would go to Southeastern Salvage and just see what they had, and I knew when I saw it I would know, and that's exactly what happened. I found a piece at Home Goods for $500 that I couldn't love more. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you're just so. The thing I was thinking about in my head was I was thinking about the story of when we were sitting in the kitchen and we're about to paint the kitchen. Yeah. And there's 3 blues. or 3. It was like a bluish green.
Oyster Bay.
Oyster Bay. And you pick the most amazing color for our kitchen.
Thank you.
But in that moment, I was like I'm sure a lot of people have been here. All 3 of those colors look the exact same to me. I was like, there's no way that there's a difference. There was. Now that I know that if we had picked some different, maybe I wouldn't be saying this right now, right? But you picked the most beautiful color for our kitchen.
Thank you.
And I absolutely love it. I can't wait to get back.
My paint color tip is,
yes, give it to him.
Pick like your top 3, put them on the wall, live with them for like a day. Then after that, set a 5-minute timer and pick. I'm not even kidding. I did that.
You can go about 30 seconds to a minute over, because that's.
Did I do that?
We went at least.
No way.
No. I think it was like 10 seconds.
Okay, and just pick and just go with it. You're gonna get it wrong sometimes. Like, I got our bathroom wrong twice. Actually, I look back at pictures now and I think that the second color could have worked, but it's fine. And then I let Jackie pick because I accepted defeat on that. And
good old Taco Bell.
And that's the learning. That's the fun of it. But like right now, I'm picturing. I haven't told you this, but remember when I said yesterday, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna paint everything when we get home." Mm-hmm. I see a color for our entry wall, the one that has all the Life magazines, and I have to paint it green. I see it so clearly. It's taken me a minute because this house is kind of funky. But anyways, so over time, I've just had friends ask me like, hey, can you help me with this room in my house? Which turned, like, my friend Nico turned into his entire house. And then I have friends that are like, hey, can you help me with my office? Hey, can you help me with my condo? Hey, can you help me with my Airbnb? And we have friends here in Turkey that just bought a house, and so that's what I was doing yesterday. I was making a rendering, which is one of my favorite things to do. I don't have like some fancy program or anything like that. I just put it together on Canva and try to make it as realistic as possible. And everything is linked so they can click on it and go and purchase it if they want it. But it's so fun. Yeah,
you're a beast when it comes to it.
Thanks. And it's just all it's made me do is either want to paint our house or sell our house and
or tear
get
our house
something
down.
new. Not new, like I want something old actually.
Yeah.
I really want something old, almost like a cabin or a cottage, like a 2-3 bedroom, and just make it so cozy. I was watching all sorts of design videos yesterday, and there was a lot of like traditional / eclectic / like grandma vibes, which I just love because I think those are the coziest homes. Like, I know modern is very trendy right now, but oh my gosh, it was just so cozy. And last thing I'll say, because one of the women said it on there and I thought it was just good advice. She said, people always ask me, how do I put so many things that are so different in a room and it not be overwhelming? And she was like, just pick what you like and it will figure its way out. Like,
yeah, I love that advice.
Don't pick things because you think it's what you should get or it's what someone else got and so it worked in their house, so it's got to work in your house. Figure out what you enjoy seeing on a daily basis. I'm so that way. Like, even if I bought something for one room and I'm not loving it in that room, it's going somewhere else. Like, you're never married to a paint color, a pillow, a piece of furniture. Like, this couch he was talking about, I've listed it for sale a couple of times.
Many a times.
We haven't got the right price for it, but if you want to switch things up, you can. There's no rules. Figure it out as you go. We just got a new rug. I'm already switching up how I feel about it. Sorry, surprise. No, I like it, but it's just, you're allowed to be playful and fun with it. And I know it's like, it's expensive, so try things out via Facebook Marketplace, via estate sales and yard sales and whatever, home goods. So yeah, vintage shops. Sometimes those are very expensive though.
Yeah, depends. You gotta find the right place. You can't go to like a vintage shop in the middle of LA.
Even Nashville though, like you go in, the pieces are stunning, but it's
Yeah. Well, I
They're
mean,
like, we pulled this up from Radnor Lake.
we pulled this up from the Titanic.
Yeah.
Well, I think too, it's like, I think
My coffee's good.
kind of the kind of the magic too is actually being able to, I think most people choose what's right in front of them or the easiest to get to, no matter the price. I feel like if they want it, they're gonna go after it. But finding like the one of one pieces, whatever, like you said, Facebook Marketplace, or just garage sales, or just you have to keep an eye out,
or traveling.
That's
my favorite.
Yes, like even here in Turkey, like you've gotten pillowcases that
and this blanket that I have on me. Traveling is my favorite way to acquire things for your home. And you're making such a good point as to don't do it all in the first month you move in. Like
I did, like I tried to do.
Building a house, or not like literally building a house, but filling a home takes time. That's something I learned from my mom and all. And like, she's repurposed so many items over the years and this and that, and like, and still is acquiring. And that's, to me, what makes it a home. That's why when you go into like someone that's older than you, I was going to say old people's house, but just like people that have lived longer than you, that's why their home feels different. It feels homey, all those things, and cozy and full of personality and character. And so I try to get things to take home with me wherever we live. Typically I get a piece of art wherever we go, and it doesn't have to be a $5,000 piece of art. Like, I'll get a $20 print and get it framed nice, but it's something that we pick out together, that we remember where we got it, why we chose it. And then like this blanket is 100% wool, made in Sweden, and I had my first international photo shoot in Sweden a couple weeks ago, and so I wanted something to remember the trip by, so I got this blanket that I have on me. I know you can't hear a blanket, but it's pretty, but it's got like orange and pink and
yeah, it's real wool, baby.
You're really cute.
100% genuine.
I was telling him I wish I could turn his beard into a blanket. I just love his beard so much. And then like this little angel I have on my bedside table, I got in Sweden too, and my mom used to collect these, so it's super nostalgic. But it's the happiness angel, and the little description was like free to like create and be joyful and laugh and be happy. And anyways, so things like that. Like, I will have these two, God willing, forever, unless something happens. But yeah, I will always remember I got them in Sweden on my first
That's awesome.
international photo
Seriously.
shoot. And I would rather that stuff be filled with my home than a Target run.
You got a great eye for those things.
Thank you, honey.
Anything else?
On that,
Or no, just in general. Anything else that's on your mind? Anything else you're thinking about?
I'm going to Pilates later.
Going to Pilates later. That's it?
Yeah.
How's that been going?
It's good. I'm you know what? No. I have a bone to pick. I've been going to Pilates for how long? Literally almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And regularly, like 5-6 days a week type girly.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hailey Bieber comes along, okay? In the last year has made Pilates so trendy. And you know what? And it just bothers me, because where have you all been? You know, y'all used to make fun of us, used to make it seem...
People made fun of people that did Pilates?
Yeah, they made it seem like it was for old people. Like, it was like not a hard workout. It's just stretching. You used to say that.
I didn't say that.
Honey.
I said that I would be good at it when I went, and I was. And
okay, I can't. Literally can't.
Great question. Hey, real quick. Put pin in that real quick. You and Hailey Bieber beef. We went to Pilates class, and I told her, she was like, you don't know this about Pilates. I said, okay, I'll go to the class. I guarantee you, I show up to the class. I guarantee you, I Pilates you underneath the table.
Pilates me underneath the table.
We go to the Pilates class. We do the Pilates class. A few weeks go by. I told her, oh, wow, that was really good. Felt great about the class. We go to the zoo. Just so happens we walk out of the zoo.
No, you're leaving so much out.
We see the Pilates instructor, and I say, "Oh, the class was great. It was great seeing you." And Lacy tries to call me up to the table, and goes, "Yeah, Jack just said that he felt like he was the best in the class," and everyone. She was like, "Well, he was."
Wink,
Tell me that didn't
wink.
happen. Tell me that didn't happen.
Wink, wink.
She winked at me.
Honey,
Come on now.
It was a clear...
Come on now. That's the only thing you got to say. She winked at me.
This is one of the things about Jackie that triggers me so deeply, triggers my inner child. I feel like I have to go on a campaign to prove him wrong.
But you don't have to go on a campaign. That's the thing. You can be wrong and sit in it, and it's okay.
Guys, baby, you're delusional.
I'm delusional. We can get her on the podcast. I don't care.
He's openly delusional, and he knows it right now. He knows that she would never truly mean that, but she was saying that to be funny.
How do I didn't even know. I don't even know the poor girl. I don't even know the poor girl.
Honey, I love you. This is where I'm going to grow in life.
You're stressed. It's okay.
You were the best in the class.
You and the Hailey Bieber Pilates beef. Let's go.
No, it's people like you and Hailey Bieber. It's people like you and Hailey Bieber thinking that you invented Pilates.
That's great company.
We had such a quiet, quaint community, and then y'all come in thinking,
"Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Pilates." Who even created Pilates? Let's be honest.
I don't know.
Who made it poppin'? Are you saying you did? Your community did?
No, I'm just saying that I went through years of hate for doing this as a young female.
I've never heard anybody hate on Pilates.
You even once, before I took you, were like, it's not even going to be a real workout. It's just going to be stretching.
I don't remember saying that.
Okay, but can you confirm now that it is hard?
100% it's hard.
Thank you.
I don't think not anyone can just show up to a Pilates class and be good at Pilates. I don't believe that. The conversation me and you were having was like, would I actually be able to do it? Because you didn't know when we first went, you didn't know my mobility. You didn't know and you always say for a big guy, you got great mobility.
No, for sure. No, seriously, you do. Okay. You do.
Shout out Pilates Garage. Shout out this girl for introducing me to it. But
Pilates Garage is where I lived for years and years and years. Yes. They're amazing.
Is there any other Pilates places in Nashville you want to tell people if they visit, if they could show up and go?
Where? Pilates Garage has 6 reformers, and it's more of like a long-term community. So if you're moving to Nashville, I would suggest getting membership. Body Rock's easier if you're there for the weekend and you just want to try a Pilates class. It's a little more cardio based than Pilates Garage.
Body Rock. Now that was the time I went. I think I just had a extended period of time off, but when we went there, we got after it.
Yeah, we went for a couple months before the wedding. Yeah. So I guess try it out. I guess we're accepting new Pilates people these days. I guess.
Well, it sounds like a little.
No, I'm getting over the hate. I'm getting over the hate slowly but surely, and realizing that it's trendy now. So I have to welcome the newcomers. So I'm going to Pilates today, basically.
Am I allowed back? Is the Pilates community going to accept me back when I decide to pull back up?
The Pilates community is just nervous when you walk in because they're is he going to break our reformer? That was my only worry with you.
Sounds like the Pilates community is worried about being showed up.
Oh my gosh. No, for sure. I was a little salty about this, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Is there anything else you want to get off your chest? I dare.
No, I'm happy for Sophia Richie. Sorry, I jumped from Hailey to Sophia because I was thinking about how Sophia used to date Justin, and then I was thinking about this Selena and Hailey beef and all that, and then I was thinking about the other girls that Justin's dated, and Sophia is one of them, and she really moved on and is so happy and is kicking soccer balls in the Maldives, and that just sounds amazing.
That does sound really cool.
She is truly one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. Just naturally stunning. Dornan. Okay, I'm done.
All right, she's doing an Australian accent. I think it's time to exit stage left.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? Maybe we'll save this for. I had 20 would you rather questions.
Okay, give us 3.
All right, I think I got 3 good ones. Would you rather live in a big city or a small town?
Small town.
Why?
I want to raise our 10 children on a farm and homeschool.
Would you? I think I know the answer to this question. Would you rather be able to talk to animals? And I do agree with you. Would you rather be able to talk to animals or speak every human language fluently?
Every human language fluently. Oh my gosh, that'd be such a dream. What language do you want to learn?
There's 2.
Okay.
So I really would like to learn Spanish.
Okay.
I would also really like to learn Mandarin.
Oh my gosh, I did not see that coming.
Solely for the fact of that, like, in order, like, a lot of people in business speak Mandarin because they have to communicate with that part of the world.
Who, me? Yeah, I would like to speak French and Spanish.
Oh, that's crazy. That this one just is because we literally talked about this right before we went to sleep. Would you rather be able to read minds or have the power of teleportation?
Teleportation.
Yeah.
Okay, and 2 more because they're going quick.
Yeah. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or have super strength?
Super strength.
Okay.
What about you?
The ocean scares me. Probably have super strength.
Yeah, I'm never in the ocean.
Okay, last one. Would you rather live in a house with a beautiful view or a house with a luxurious interior?
Beautiful view.
Beautiful view.
I don't really like luxury interiors. They make me nervous.
Oh, last one. Would you rather have a personal chef or a personal trainer? Actually, let me turn that. Personal chef or personal masseuse?
Masseuse.
Over a chef?
Mm-hmm.
I think I might be taking the chef, in all honesty, because I would just be sending them Instagram.
Like you do me, your personal chef.
I send you things, you don't read them though. I put them in the folder.
Have I or have I not made?
No, you have
things you sent me.
You have. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
in
saying,
a foreign country with one pot and one pan.
And I don't consider you my personal chef.
Well,
that's first and foremost.
You just drew a comparison of how you would send them those things. I'm like, well, that's funny because I receive 3 a day.
Why does rub your shoulders? So I'm not a good. So why would you need a personal masseuse? See how I can flip it on you? Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the We Shouldn't Have a podcast, and today is the reason why we should not have a podcast. Yeah. This may be the last episode. So we appreciate you guys listening. Like always, subscribe, comment. We love hearing from you guys. Add us to your library. Like us on the podcast. Don't just listen. Subscribe. I see 30,000 people watch this, and 2 people subscribe. 2 people like the video. Like the video, please.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That'd be nice.
Don't be like that.
Oh my gosh, stop bullying them.
Sometimes you just got to ask and you shall. What God say? Ask and you shall receive.
We're not. No, we're not making this scripture.
You're right. Anyways.
Cow kiss. All right.
Peace. Love you guys. Peace, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, man.
Which button do you push?
You press the stop button.
Okay. I'm going to press it.
Yep.
Bye.
Press it.